21 days before the big kickoff to professional golf coming back to the community, I want to welcome everyone and thank you for taking the time on your schedule to join us today. This is the fun stuff. The last 12 months has been fun too, but different kind of fun, a lot of hard work. So welcome everybody. I'm Chris Kaufman. It's my privilege to be the tournament director for the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of exciting things today and give everyone an update on what's in store for us as we move forward here in the next 3 weeks. So we've got some special guests today joining us that are going to share a few things as well. First, I want to introduce Andrea Brimmer. Andrea is the Vice President of Marketing and Public Relations with Ally. So Andrea, welcome. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Yep. And I have Lori Pahaska here on my right. Lori is the Vice President of Marketing at McLaren. Lori, thank you for joining us. And then we got this guy over here to my right that I got to spend the morning with. Don't ever have him ask you to get him a drink at Starbucks because you got to be really smart to understand all the stuff he needs in it. But Rocco Mediate's joining us special today. Rocco, thanks for making the trip in and being part of this today. So just a couple of things that I'm really excited about. One, we have a great field for our tournament coming up for a first year event. And that says a lot of things. I think the reason why we have 15 of the top 20 money winners on the Schwab Cup. The Schwab Cup is this tour's version of the FedEx Cup. It's the reason we do have 15 of the top 20 players, and we'll have more by the time we get to our opening round, is because of the golf course and also the community. When you talk to people like Rocco, and he'll talk a little bit about today, players are excited to come back here. I mean, I've had a couple situations where I'm like, hey, I get it, you're really excited, this has been 20 minutes, I gotta go. No, I want to tell you one more thing. So it's been really fun to be part of that. Our ticket sales are off to a great start. They really ramp up as you get close to these tournaments. So ticket sales are scaling. We have a great menu of tickets available, so we're looking forward to seeing those continue to grow as well. We've got a great offering for our military. We've got a free ticket for active and retired military and their families to come and be part of our tournament, which I'm really proud about. And also, we've got a great venue that we're going to put up on hole number 18 on the left side of the fairway there for them to go and experience hospitality and be treated with respect and honor, which I think is important to everybody here. So we're really proud of that. Dow has stepped up to help us make that happen, so we're excited there. And then, I just want to also thank everybody. The community has made myself and our staff feel so welcome, not only just by being nice to us, but helping us with different projects, supporting our hospitality, supporting by signing up to volunteer, and it's just been really, really great to see. So I want to thank everybody for all of that as well. Okay, so I think I'm going to turn it over to Andrea to share a few remarks on the tournament.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Rocco, thanks for coming in and doing this with us. My kind of guy, he smokes cigars and drinks espresso. Yes. So, what more can you ask for? I know, right? Can you believe we're 3 weeks away? I was thinking about this last night. It's crazy. It was a year and a half ago that I went down to Jackson, met with the folks from the PGA Tour champions and talked about this, and got home, and my husband and I, Mark, sat in the car and talked about what it would mean to bring this tournament back to Grand Blanc and to be at Warwick, and here we are now, less than 21 days away. So I can't tell you how excited we are for the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren. It's unbelievable to be back in this community at this amazing course. Rocco played this morning, and I'm sure he's going to share some great stories. And to see the response from the membership, the Flint Grand Blanc community has just been overwhelming for us, honestly. Having this tournament for me has been very personal. Sometimes there's things that you do because they make good business sense. Sometimes you do things because they make good business sense, but there's also some personal drive attached to it as well. And I'm fortunate to be able to work for a company like Ally. I have a boss who's our CEO, Jeff Brown, who believes in giving back to the communities where we work and live, and allowing us to move forward with this tournament, which we're really excited about. And a big part of the reason that we wanted to do it was around the economic impact for this community. The economic impact is estimated at over $20 million. And that's pretty unbelievable in a week's time. And that's something at Ally that we're extremely proud of. But equally important to me is the life that I've seen kind of breathed into this community, knowing that professional golf is going to be back here at Warwick and back here in Grand Blanc. So many people have come up to me, shared stories, from the 50 years that the Buick Open was here, and just talked about what this meant to this community. And it's really awesome to be a part of being able to bring it back. So aside from all the great golf and the fun that we're going to have, the charitable aspect of the event is really important to us at Ally, and it's really a big impetus for the reason why we wanted to bring this tournament back. We know all the struggles that this community has faced, and we wanted to ensure that all the funds for everything that's raised stay close to this community. So I'd just like to recognize a little bit of what we're going to do. We spent the last year kind of forging relationships with local organizations, and in March we announced that we're going to be partnering with the Community Foundation of Greater Flint and Junior Achievement in Genesee County. And all of the proceeds from the tournament will go towards those two charities. We're also committed to helping the tournament broaden the charitable aspect as well by announcing the Birdies for Charity program. And this program gives funds to any 501c3 organization that is raised during the tournament by the birdies in the competitive rounds of the tournament. So each participating charity is going to solicit pledges per birdie. I think we have over 40 already signed up. And those charities are going to receive 100% of the collected donations, and then Ally is proud to announce that we're going to match a guaranteed 6% bonus match on top of that, on top of what we're already bringing to the tournament. We're also going to have a fun week in the community. So for the city of Grand Blanc, as a thank you to the public schools for all they've done, especially with all the parking that they're going to be hosting, we are going to be having a bunch of volunteers from Ally, and I'd like to acknowledge that over 400 people from the Detroit office of Ally have signed up to either volunteer or come up and be a part of the tournament that week by giving of themselves, not only in the charitable aspect, but spending times with the kids at Grand Blanc schools. We're going to visit Rendell Elementary School, and we're going to help students learn how to save and how to think about financial literacy by reading our children's book that we published called Planet Z and the Money Tree. And then we're also going to have concerts throughout the week at Grand Blanc High School, and we're going to bring up a special group that's going to perform and talk about money mindfulness and help the kids think about money and the importance of money. So if you're not convinced by now that you should be here that whole entire week, and you should be at Warwick attending the Ally Challenge, brought to you by McLaren, let me tell you some of the fun things that we have planned. So Friday night, out here on the course after play, we're going to be joined by two amazing musical acts, two groups that are very near and dear to my heart and good friends. So we'll open up with Count 77, which is Danny Coker, who is of History Channel Counting Cars fame. His band is going to come and open up the evening, and then we'll be joined by Big and Rich right after that. I've known John and Kenny for 15 years. They are amazing performers. They're super excited to be here, and they're going to put on a great show. So I encourage everybody to be out, and that's included in the ticket price after Friday's round. And then the fan zone is going to be a blast. We have a lot of exciting things planned, and might have some special surprises out there as well. And then we wouldn't be a good bank if we didn't have ATMs all weekend around the course so people can get money out. But we are going to bring those ATMs fee-free to anybody that's on the course, and it would be really helpful if each and every one of you might think about opening an account sometime between now and the week the tournament opens. Right, Chip? I got to keep my job. So in closing, I just want to say a really special thank you to a few people. First, Chris Kaufman, our amazing tournament director. He's been absolutely awesome, and really appreciate it. Phil and Tenardi and our friends at McLaren for the major commitment to the Ally Challenge. It's unbelievable to see that the way that they stepped up, and a testament to the way that this entire community has come together. The outstanding membership at Warwick, I don't think I've really ever seen anything like it, and a special thanks to Chip Powell and Bill Delzer, who have worked tirelessly on bringing this tournament to life, so thank you guys for that. Doug Brody, who's the amazing pro out here, and Chris and the Greens crew, who have this course in absolutely beautiful shape. And the entire staff at Warwick, who I know are going to put on an amazing week for everybody that's coming in. And then lastly, the Grand Blanc community for the warm welcome and support. And I know we're going to have a great week. I'm super excited, and thank you guys all for being here today.
Thanks, Andrew. Laura, I'd like to invite you to say a few words.
Well, thank you, Chris. I am very privileged to be representing McLaren Healthcare today as we share even more updates that will make this inaugural event even more exciting and inviting for fans and golfers alike. As the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren has evolved over these past 11 months, at least from our participation, we are truly amazed at how it is exceeding all expectations going into this event, both in terms of the number of charities who will benefit both inside and outside of our county, all throughout Michigan, in terms of the numbers of families and children who will realize very needed health services, nutritional needs, and educational services as a result of these dollars raised. Certainly the level of engagement from community organizations, businesses, and fans alike, including all 26,000 of our employees who are very, very engaged with this event. And lastly, just the overall positive energy and enthusiasm that is being generated all throughout our county in Southeast Michigan and across the whole state about bringing an event of this caliber back to Warwick Hills. Having hosted our own tournament here at Warwick Hills for the past 27 years in a charitable fashion, I can really attest to the expertise and the dedication of all of the folks here at Warwick in terms of their experience in hosting a tournament, and also certainly with the additional high-level expertise and dedication and skill brought here by Chris and Dan and all of the teams of experts that they are bringing in to manage this event. It truly is a first-class operation that we're really proud to be part of, and I know sharing that with Ally and others in the community as well. Community focus has always been a real key part of McLaren's mission to the community. Of course, our core mission is to provide needed healthcare services for people throughout Michigan and now even into Indiana. But we're also very, very committed as a corporate citizen and community advocate to sponsor programs and activities that enhance the quality of life for community residents as well as provide added health and fitness. So the Ally Challenge certainly fits these parameters, but our sponsorship gives us an opportunity to get a little more involved in the health and wellness aspect of this event. So inside the fan zone on the 17th fairway, right near where Ally will be having all of their activities, we are going to be hosting McLaren Health and Wellness Pavilion. Fans who visit the pavilion can not only learn about health services, but they can also enjoy activities designed with health and wellness in mind, both inside and outside of the pavilion. One feature will be the McLaren Health Walk. In this case, fans will receive a map featuring 9 locations throughout the course where they will find a McLaren Health sign. There will be a health question on these signs, and participants can either come up with the answer on their own or lift up the sign and find the correct answer, put it on their map, and then bring those maps back at the end of their day into the pavilion and turn them in for a chance to win a prize. Also supporting overall fitness and of course a healthy heart, the next activity is McLaren's Step Up to Good Health contest. Fans who sign up for this will receive a pedometer, and they will be encouraged to record the number of steps that they take around the course as they follow their favorite golfers, including Rocco. And they can then turn in the number of steps that they record, and then those with the most steps, both in categories of boys, girls, men, and women, certain age groups, will receive a prize as well. And to gain an appreciation for the fitness of golfers who walk this 6-mile course, Doug tells me, 4 times at least during the week, on Sunday only, fans can take the Champion Step Challenge and predict the number of steps that the tournament winner will take. And of course, there will be a prize involved for the winner of that as well. And along with these activities, there will be a health-related putting contest, a spin the wheel contest, and the chance to talk to some clinicians from our Carman's Cancer Institute about the importance of skin cancer prevention and awareness. So this is just a snapshot of some of the features inside the McLaren Health and Wellness Pavilion, but hopefully it gives you a feel for the balance between fun and information that we're offering to complement the overall tournament atmosphere. And again, I assure you, the entire family of McLaren employees is getting behind the Ally Challenge in full force, whether volunteering in the Health Pavilion, volunteering for the tournament as a whole, or just being a fan of this event. So in closing, I want to commend everyone involved with the Ally Challenge presented by McLaren for your professional and personal commitment to the success of this event, and mostly to the betterment of our community. Also, thank you to Rocco and all of your colleagues from the tour for coming in and showcasing your skill and talent and helping interact with our community as well. And I do have to say on a personal note, my daughter was actually your walker in the last time that you participated at the Buick Open. So she says a special hello as well. You were amazing. You were her favorite.
We checked it out, Rocco. You're okay.
It must have been a good day.
Yeah, she's coming back to catch up with you again. Finally, I just want to emphasize how proud McLaren is to align our brand and our organization with the folks at Ally, and of course all of those involved with this event, and to support this event at a level that really complements our role as a healthcare leader in Michigan. So I will see you all hopefully in about 21 days, and I certainly invite all of you to come and enjoy the fun and activities in the fan zone and at the pavilion.
Thanks, Lori. Okay, now we get to hear from past champion here, 2000 it was? Yeah, a while ago? Yeah, he's a little nervous. Yeah. Hey, if anyone needs to use the restroom, you should go do it now, because this might take a while. Rocco?
No, if you, first of all, what they said.
Yeah.
I don't know of any other sport, there is no other sport, that brings together community and charity like professional golf. PGA Tour champions. Of course, sometimes I get the name mixed up because we change our name every 14, 15 minutes. It should be called the scene anyway, but I'm not even getting that. You see it every single week, and coming back to Warwick, obviously 50 years, and I've been coming here, 86 was my first year here. And then I guess 09 was it was last year. I probably played most of them, I'd say. Maybe I missed a couple because of injury. That's it. Coming back here is remarkably cool because the community, it's just, you see what it does. You see what they just, I'm not even going to repeat. You saw what's going to happen. And like I was telling Chris, I said, you guys have done your job right now. Now it's our turn. So when we get here, we got to do our job, which is entertain, have a little bit of fun, hopefully shoot some decent scores around this place. It's out there this morning, it's perfect, it's ready to go now. So not surprising, Warwick was always known for our best greens and one of our coolest courses on the regular tour, period. I'm not just saying that, I think everybody else that sits up here that comes on the league will say the exact same thing. Can't believe we're coming back, it's so darn cool. You know, you miss tournaments when they go away. Whether they're new, but this was one of our longest standing. I don't know how many longer ones were on the PGA Tour. There weren't many.
I think it was the longest running.
Yeah, there we go. So it wasn't many. But like I said, community, PGA Tour and Champions Tour are over $2 billion in charitable. It might even be close to 3 now. I don't even know. I mean, on this track, there's nothing else that does that, and it's local. And it can be whatever it wants, but local is huge, because what else would bring that here? Nothing, really. And then you guys stepping up. I mean, it's easier said than done. Yeah, we should have a tournament there. Well, who's going to give? Where's the money? Yeah, we should have an event there, but you guys step up. It's awesome, and we're ecstatic. Believe me when I tell you, the whole place. And I couldn't wait to hear that it was finally happening, because you hear rumors, right? You're like, but we should have never left here in the first place. But like I said, coming back here. We just, I can't wait to get back. I have a lot of friends from here. I stay up in Rochester Hills with one of my buddies. And, you know, it's far away. My wife goes, well, why are you staying so far away? I went, because that's what I did for 20 years. I was going to change that. Now, well, up I'll drive 40 years. I don't care. Just like I can tell, like you said, you should have went to the bathroom. But I don't know what else to say. You just can't, like I said, they stepped up and we're coming. And now it's our turn to do our job, because the hard stuff's, we have the easy part. We just come play and hopefully entertain and do our pro-am. It's just a blast. I can't wait for the week to start. And I can't believe it's like a couple weeks away. I didn't realize we're already in the middle of August, which is time's flying. I don't know what else I just can't wait. You guys have done a great job already. I can't wait to see all the stuff you got, because Chris, we've been talking since, what, a couple months ago?
Yeah.
About all the stuff that's going to happen. And that's good. You know, the concert stuff, all that stuff is huge. It brings people here. And when you bring people here, charity wins. And that's what we're about. Like, when we come to this event, we're already playing for whatever the amount we're playing for. That's already good for us. What else can happen? And that's the key. And you'll see that here. This tournament was, like I said, if most of our favorites of the year. We always knew we were going to get here. People, the membership, thanks for having us back, guys. We're so sad we were gone for so long. Everything's exactly the same as I remember it. There's not, a couple trees are gone, but otherwise it's the same thing. We registered, we walked in the front door. The little place off the locker room has a little place where they had the best darn potato chips and French onion dip of all time. It was sitting right in that corner over there. I didn't go in there yet. It might still be there, but just remember things like that. In places like this, the old school places that were special, the people is what you remember. And I'm sure we'll see some of the people we haven't seen in 9 or 10 years since we've been here last. And most of us will remember. I have a curse. I remember everything. So we can't wait. I don't know what else to tell you. We'll do whatever, but we can't wait. We're very appreciative.
That's awesome, Rocco. And it's funny. I can just share with you. I get a chance to talk to other players as well, and the sentiment's the same. They just are excited about coming back here for all the right reasons. So I got a chance to spend this morning with Rocco on the golf course, and he's reliving different shots from different years, especially 2000, and that was really really sweet to see. Just a couple other comments, and thanks, Rocco, for that. So one of the things that we tried to do early on when we started working with Andrea and her team and folks from McLaren and truthfully folks from the tour, we wanted to make this week, our tournament week, the week of September 10th, special for everybody. So we wanted to get really as broad as we can. So if you're into music, Warwick Hills is a good place to be on Friday, September 14th. If you like food and you're into food trucks, which everybody I talk to tells me how much they enjoy it, I like food trucks, we'll have them here and you can experience that and have some fun. If you're a runner and you like the community of 5K races, we'll have a 5K race on Saturday morning before play gets started on September 15th. And oh yes, and by the way, if you're into golf, we're going to have some of the best players that play the game. They'll be part of our tournament as well. So we've really, I think, worked hard to make it something for everybody. And kids are welcome. Any children accompanied by an adult, as many as you have, 17 and under, are at the gate, no charge. So we're happy, and the tournament's doing great. We are on track for what we think is a phenomenal opening tournament. There still are some spots. If you're interested in Pro-Am, we have some Pro-Am spots for Wednesday. Please consider it. If you are interested in entertaining clients, we still do have some shared hospitality that's available. And we certainly do have tickets still available. $55 is Andrew mentioned it earlier, for Friday. For $55, you can come out and enjoy the golf and enjoy the concert Friday evening, which the tournament will be national televised, both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 3 to 6. We expect the last putt to go in on Friday evening right at 6 o'clock, 6:05, and then the music will get started at 6:30 and go all the way until 10 o'clock. And the stage will be set. You'll see it on the range, and the gates will open for the concert space starting at 5 o'clock. And folks can just go on the lawn in the range area and watch the golf if they want. Also on the video screens, that'll be part of the stage. So really going to be a fun night. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank the charities. It's been really inspirational to hear about all the great work you're all doing from the Community Foundation of Greater Flint and also Junior Achievement. It's been inspirational for myself and my staff. So thank you. And I think I want to thank Rocco, Andrea, and Lori for sharing their thoughts on the tournament. And I think what we ought to do now is open up to some questions that some of you out there might have. Questions? Yeah.
Of all the players currently entered right now, do you know how many actually played in the old Buick Building?
I've been asked a lot of questions about the players, but not that one. Usually it's, is Daly coming? What have you heard from Freddie? I don't know the answer to that. I would say the majority of them. Rocco, you might know
I'd
that.
say most. Guys that played the tour, some guys on our Champions Tour didn't really play our tour. They didn't really play the PGA Tour. Just a few, but everybody had to be here once, you would think. So yeah, it'll be, it's the same thing. Hopefully, you're playing the same teams we played that night, right?
Yeah, so we're going to play over 7,000 yards.
That's what we
Speeds
usually
like
play.
12,
This
13.
course plays, it needs to play that way. But it's the same as we remember. Because we're in such perfect physical shape. We get as far as we used to, so it's no big change.
Brendan, you had a question?
Yeah, Rocco, coming back to a place like this, what kind of memories does that trigger for you?
Winning. That's what it triggers. And friends, and great golf course, and a great membership. And that's all very true. You don't say that about every place you go to. It's not the same. This is one of them. It's just you remember all the good stuff that happened. I remember a lot of bad play I had here where I was learning to play golf in my early years. Didn't play the golf course that well. Didn't do the right things. You learn as you go through this course over 20 some odd years later, give or take. So it just brings back nothing but good stuff. Golf course especially.
Brandon reminded me, and I'm just when we were talking that he's the only player that birdied the last hole to win.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just, it wasn't really that big a deal. I was telling Chris, I never led the event until the last hole, which is a good time to never lead. I never had to lead. Chris had me all week. I was close, and I was, whatever, one back, one to the last, and, weird things happen when, because the rough that year was high for here, and I drove fairway, Chris didn't drive in the fairway. I made 3, made 5, see you later, Jack. It's all over. It just happened that fast. Yeah, but it was interesting. But yeah, I didn't know that I was the only one to do that. But I remember watching it on TV, like before that, or even before I got on tour, watching that back left pin that went in there. I went in there with a 9-iron that day, and we were just talking about it because I have the video. I have the video on the phone right now.
He's not kidding.
I'm serious, it's right now. I said, so we're on 17T, this is hilarious. And I go, funny, that tree's gone. He goes, yeah, which it looks better to me. I like to see things, right? Especially on par 3s. And I said, wait a second, it used to look like that. I showed him the visual. I said, look, there was the tree. And that was, what, 18 years ago. I was showing him the tree, and there it was. So you couldn't see the flag. I had to go around it, which was good for me because I like to draw. But you just remember things like that. Watching it on TV, no one, but when you're one behind, you got to shoot at it. Because otherwise you can't do anything with 35 foot to the right most of the time. And we did, and it turned out well, fortunate. But you just never forget stuff like that. Your feelings, your shots, what happened, people, it was insane. Loud. It's loud, I love loud. Loud is good. And I don't like quiet.
Are you
Quiet,
guys?
you're not doing anything. Yeah.
Right here?
Rocco, can you talk about your state of the game right now? I know you've had 5 top 10s this year.
Yeah, state of the game is good. Yeah, state of the game is just fine. Just got if you putt a little better, you have a chance to win. So not putting lousy, just not putting great. And I think everybody will tell you the same thing. I always hit fine, and most of the time I find the next one, most of the time. So that's the key. It's just a little better putting. That's it. But everything's good. Raising a 3-year-old, so I'm behind the 8 ball in this tour. I always get up there and say, listen, this is a stacked deck here. I got you guys. My child was the first one born in 15 years for Champions Tour, so it's the most fun I've ever had. I have 3 boys, and I tell the boys, guys, I love you, but not like her. Dad, come on! Of course, I'm kidding. Maybe. But I'll see 2 of them next week, and this week in Seattle, 2 of them up there. But it's been a blast. So it's different. It's another whole. It's like I'm starting over, but I'm a little older, so it's a blast.
Good question.
Speaking on the putting, just as a follow-up, you were the first player to win with a long putter. And obviously that's had a lot of potential the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What's the state for you in terms of the adjustment?
I stopped long putter in 08. I did it for back reasons only. I had my issues with back problems over the years, but I did it for that only, and it made a huge difference because you're up here. So the putter I use now, which I used since 08, is I'm still in the same place. I just have 2 hands on the wheel instead of that. And I messed with it again 2 years ago. I was home for, actually last year. I was home for a few weeks, and took the long putter out, unanchored. It's completely, it's not even the same, it's not even close. I don't know how these guys do it so well, but they do. But it was a stupid, I think it was a stupid ruling, because if it was the way to do it, I haven't seen Tiger's not using one. I don't know, Phil's not using one either, is he? No. Because it wasn't any easier, it just looked funny. And when I first came out, I was the Antichrist. Trust me, you're cheating. I'm like, I'm really not, because the rule said I can put it right here. So I wasn't, you weren't cheating, but it messed up a lot of people. Professional guys, if you can't make the change, then you need to find a new job. But where it hurt is the amateurs game. Some guys have to have it. Their back, they can't bend it, whatever. And I think it was a silly ruling because of the way it looked. If it made it easier, everybody would use one. But they didn't.
I think we got a question in the back.
Aside from maybe the potato chips and the French onion,
Yeah.
maybe what's your favorite things that you remember about this course and the community of Grand Blanc?
Well, the community obviously supported. It's a little place, it's a little community, everybody came. It was packed every single year. And, you know, the membership to give up their course, whether it's for this tour or for the regular tour, that's a big deal. Because it's their course, you know what I mean? It's like, and the tour rips it, you know, because there's more people, there's more players. So the range is gone. Of course, we'll probably, there's a few of us still out there, not me, but BJ will tear the place to shreds. If Kite's here, he'll tear the place to shreds. You know, those guys, Pernice will rip it up pretty good. But it's just, like I said, we always knew we were gonna get coming here. It was perfect conditions. I don't remember a time ever coming here in all those years that anything was not perfect. Some years the rough would be stupid high, some years it would be normal, some years it'd be, you know. But the fairways and greens were always, the greens were always some of our best, if not our best, all year. I remember that vividly, and they're just like they are right now. When I went out this morning, I went, yeah, it's the same thing I remember. So it's just a great, it's a community gig here. You know, it's a little community, but they come in from other places. But this is what we're concerned with. It's right here.
All the way in the back?
Yep. Are you hoping that the 17th hole has the rowdy atmosphere that it had in years past? Will the guys be receptive to that?
Yeah, as long as it's not stupid like it's been getting. You know what I mean? I say this. I love crazy and loud, but when it gets like it's been, especially at Phoenix, which is a joke, actually, I don't like it. Our sport still has traditions and values, and we need to hold those values, I think. I like when people go cuckoo and scream and go nuts out there, and that's what we want. When they start saying things to certain players, that's when it gets a little over the top. That's when I'm coming out after you. So if you can come after me, I'm coming after you. It's fair. Fair is fair. Because I don't like that part of it, but I like the rowdy, excited part about good playing and stuff like that. You can have your favorites, of course, but you don't need to make it verbal to where it demeans somebody. I wouldn't do it. When I go to other sporting events, which isn't much, I don't make fun of people, at least that they can hear. I might hope they strike out, but they're not going to hear it from me. So that's how I would do it. But you know, it's going to be great. We don't have that problem on our deal, at least yet. And I think it'll be awesome. We need rowdy. We need excitement. We need that for sure. I love it. I love when it's noisy. Quiet, like I said, I don't like quiet. Like right now, it's really quiet.
Brendan down the line.
What's been the reaction of other players about the return here? What kind of things have you?
Everybody's the same, pretty much the same as me. Maybe not quite as keep talking about it so much, but everybody can't wait to come back because we never wanted to leave. And then now that we're playing the Champions Tour, we get to come back to a place that we all loved. And you'll see, like I said, when they get here, you'll see. Because everybody that comes to the press room, they'll bring in some other past champions, I'm sure. And Bernhard, of course, will come in, and whoever else comes in. They're going to say the same thing. They'll remember it, because it's exactly the same as we left it, except for a couple of trees, that's it. It's perfect out there. It's fantastic.
Question right here?
Yeah, question for Andrew. Other than the obvious name recognition and charitable association with the tournament, in what other ways does golf sponsorship provide or return to that?
You know, our company is, we're not a top-of-mind brand yet, and it's really important for us to be kind of a tip-of-the-tongue brand. And so for us, being involved in something like golf brings a huge fan base all over the country. As Rocco said, one of the things that's most important to us is we align with brands and we align with people that represent the values that we hold really true as a company. And golf, I think, is a representation for us of that, because we really couldn't find anything else that we could be involved in that brings the charitable aspect to life and does what golf does when it comes into a community. So for us, that was really, really important. And then just the opportunity really to get our employees engaged. To see the enthusiasm by the Ally employee base around this, the excitement around being on the Golf Channel, having the name everywhere, seeing the brand, but being able to volunteer and come out and spend their time and dedicate their time. As a marketer, you can't underestimate the importance of getting your internal organization ignited and excited, and that was a really important piece of it to us as well. So those were factors that came in, and then like I said, for us it was somewhat personal as well. We're a Michigan-based company, headquarters in Detroit and Charlotte. We like to do things in those communities that help the local communities. We've been a huge part of the rebirth of Detroit, and we just felt like it was really important to be a big part of the rebirth of the Flint, community as well. So those were all aspects that were really attractive to us.
Any more questions? Okay. Oh, we'll get one right here. Yep.
Who are the Pro-Am notables?
Pro-Am notables, like in terms of,
Who will be playing at the Pro-Am?
well, all of our tour players will play in the Pro-Am. So we'll have a Pro-Am on Wednesday and a Pro-Am on Thursday. And each player will either play once or both days with 4 amateurs. Any of you that like to play golf, if you haven't had a chance to experience a round of golf with a tour player, I highly recommend it. Now, I like to play golf, and I had the opportunity to play with a lot of good players, but it's a different vibe, different day. It's social. You get great stories. They'll tease you a little bit. I got teased when I played with this past spring with Tommy Tolles, making fun of my golf game. But it's really great experience, and get to know a tour player on that level and spend 4.5 to 6 hours between the beginning of the round and afterwards and a cocktail. It's really, really fun. So I highly encourage all of you to check it out.
Have you heard anything more about Jay Rock playing with David?
Yeah, so, they're friends, everyone knows that, and they've had a history of playing golf together in the Pro-Ams out here. Going back and forth, we'd certainly love to see Kid spend Thursday or Wednesday with John, and we do not have a confirmation as of yet.
And Chris,
Yeah.
there was a sponsor's exemption. I know Tom Gillis has received one.
Yeah.
What's the status of the other ones?
Yeah, so the tournament is set up that we have 2 unrestricted exemptions and then 3 restricted exemptions. Unrestricted means anybody that's over 50 years old is eligible to be awarded one of those, and then you have to have status to be considered for the restricted. So up to this point, we've gone through our 2 unrestricted exemptions. One, of course, with Tom, and the other one with Kevin Johnson. Kevin's a very good player that we wanted to see be part of the tournament. I think he'll hopefully have a great week. And then we also just awarded one to Larry Mize, past Masters champion. Larry's a sweetheart of a guy, and we're excited to host him. And then the fourth of the 5th one is to Robert Gamez, and Robert could not be more excited about coming here and playing again. So we'll save our last one. Players, depending on how the ranking and who signs up when, things can move around, and we want to save our last one to make sure we ensure the best field we possibly can, and we'll be looking at that sometime in the middle of next week. Any questions? Okay, so this has been really, really great. So here's what we're going to do. We'll have some time for some one-on-one interviews with anybody here that you'd like to visit with. We encourage the media then after that to stick around for lunch. If you're playing golf, we're going to ball and air right around 1 o'clock. For those guests that we have here that are part of our hospitality suites, we encourage you to stick around. We're going to have an event for you going.